Scribner, members of the Board of Trustees. My name is Dr. Patrick Huff, and I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you this evening and to lend support to your fight to keep the Board of Trustees in place and representing the parents who have children in Fort Worth ISD. This is in reference to the workshop that you had in August with Mr. A.J. Crable. I am a retired middle school and high school principal and an educator of 34 years in public education. I now teach at the graduate level at a university in Houston. What I will present tonight you probably already know, but I feel compelled to mention what I find important in the state school report cards that you have in your handout. The handouts reflect school report cards from 2013 to 2016. Please note that the highlighted sections of each report card, these demographic categories are the percentages of economically disadvantaged students, the percentage of English language learners, and the mobility rate. Now, when the percentages in these three categories are as high as they are for Logan and White, it becomes very difficult to get out of improvement required status, especially considering the mobility rates of each of these schools. As I'm sure you know, when a mobility rate exceeds 25%, it presents an obstacle that greatly affects the school report card. Also important to note is that the school board, the superintendent, or school principals are powerless to have any control over these percentages in these demographic categories. By that I mean that they simply come out of the school enrollment. You can't change that. There is a fundamental problem with the accountability system. Now, this is due to the discrimination that it shows to our Title I schools. I'm sure that's no revelation to you either. In the new A through F grading system, A is for affluent, and D or F are for those schools operating in neighborhoods of poverty. Everyone knows it, yet nothing ever changes in Austin despite great pushback in the education community and the parental community. One of your elementary schools, however, really caught my attention, and that was Western Hills. So I wanted to bring that to your attention now. It's further down in your handouts. Now, granted, their domains were just over the target lines. Certainly not like Tanglewood, your top performing elementary school, which hit the 98th percentile in domain 1, which is quite an amazing accomplishment. However, look at the demographics involved in those three categories at Tanglewood. Now, noteworthy is that Western Hills has a 34.5% mobility rate. And I look back in past years, and their mobility rate was just as high, and they continued to stay out of IR status. Okay, may I finish my thought? Thank you. So please know that we stand with you in your fight to remain the people's voice in Fort Worth ISD. There is much more to discuss in regards to this, and I am open to your questions at some different time. You have my contact information. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Huff.